Hey guys! Today I'm going to share a craft with you, a very simple holiday craft, and it is to make these little reindeer clips. As you see here, they're just made out of clothespins and pipe cleaners and pom-poms and googly eyes. This is how I display the holiday cards we receive every year. I use a pretty holiday garland and attach it to the our closet door, in the hall closet on our main floor, as well as in the mudroom, our mudroom door, to display cards. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to take you through the craft step by step, show you how to make it. It's super easy if you couldn't already tell. And then I'm going to take you downstairs and show you how I attach the garlands to the door and then clip the cards onto the garlands. So let's get started. You just need a few simple supplies for this project. First, large wood spring clothespins of this size. This is what they look like. Chenille pipe cleaners in holiday colors, whatever colors you wish really. I like these holiday colored red, gold, green, silver, sort of metallic shiny ones. Coordinating pom-poms for noses in a medium small size. I found these in the same aisle. I bought all of these supplies at Michael's, and I found them in the same aisle together with the pipe cleaners, the little pom-poms. Googly eyes. I like this sort of small medium size. You want to find ones that will fit nicely on your clothespin and not be too small, but also not so big that they fall off. For tools, you need a pencil or a pen round in nature to make your antlers with, to shape them. Elmer's glue, or whatever glue that you prefer to use. And optionally, hot glue. I like to hot glue the noses on because I find that pom-poms are notoriously difficult to just glue on with regular glue, but I don't like to use hot glue for the googly eyes because it can melt the googly eyes and make them not google, and also it's just a little harder to work with such a small thing in hot glue. So these are the two glues I'm using for this project. So I'm going to start by making some antlers, and I like to make a whole bunch of antlers first so I can kind of assemble the clips in assembly line formation. I'm going to take a pipe cleaner, fold it in half, take my pencil, place it at the midpoint. In this case, I'm putting it in front of it, or behind it, I should say, and I wrap around the pencil kind of tightly, because you can always loosen it up afterwards for the effect you want. Pinch at the end, and then voila, it's curled. Now I want the antlers to go in the opposite direction. So what I'm going to have to do, you see they go, they kind of go to the, around to the inside. So I'm going to have to go around to the inside the other way. I'm going to put the pencil now in front of the pipe cleaner, and I'm going to go in and around, because that's how they went on that side. And there, now you can see they are facing outward. Now you can have them facing any way you want. I kind of like them to go in the same direction, in the opposite directions, to give that kind of effect. Let's do one more together. I'll take a green one. I'm going to fold it in half, put the pencil behind, and I'm going around, pinching at the end. Now I'm putting the pencil in front and going in and around, pinching, and voila. Now the next step is to add the antlers to the clothespin. I do not glue them in. You certainly could, especially with a hot glue gun that dries quickly. I just honestly wedge them up into the clothespin because I never open the clothespin this wide to put a card in it, and since that's what they're holding. You can see, just put it in, stays really nice. I don't find they fall out or anything when you're putting cards in. So let's add some more. Do one of each color for you. You can see I shaped these antlers in different ways just to give some variety. And you can always play with them once they're on your clothespins. That one's kind of funky. There we go. So now we're going to add the noses, and because we're hot gluing them, just be very, very careful. And I like to kind of coordinate the noses so they're not, or not coordinate I should say, so I don't use the same color nose with the same color antlers. So let's put a little dot of hot glue and then very quickly add the pom-pom nose. And I just press down slightly to secure. Now I'm going to do the gold one. I'm going to use a green nose, like so. I think I will add gold nose to this one. When working with hot glue, you want to make sure you work quickly so the glue doesn't dry before you've had a chance to add your pom-pom nose. And voila, that's the end of the hot gluing. At this point, I would turn off my hot glue gun for safety and let it cool before storing it. Now, hot glue does tend to leave these little strings, so you just pick them off, not too hard, and toss those. Now, I like to glue the googly eyes, like I said, using Elmer's, so it needs a little bit of time to dry. I just think it's just safer and it works just fine to hold the little googly eyes on. And I did corral my pom-poms and googly eyes in these lids that I just had from jars on hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them pretty close to the nose because that's the look I'm going for. It helps to open your glue first. So just put, you don't need a huge amount of glue. You want enough so that it sticks, but you don't need so much that it's, you know, oozing out the sides after you put the googly eye on. Now, of course, these dry clear, so you don't have to worry too much about that. So there's one. You can see the glue kind of shifted around, but that will dry clear, like I said. So let's try this. Let's do one at a time. Now you could put your googly eyes anywhere on here that you want. Like I said, I like them close to the, oops, that was a lot of glue. I like them close to the nose because I think it's cute. I'm just not doing very good at putting my googly's eyes on today. Googly's eyes? That one's kind of cross-eyed. Let's do this one. So this might be where your craft tweezers come in handy. I actually find I'm worse at using them than just my fingers, which isn't saying much because I'm not doing such a great job putting the googly eyes on. But this is, you know, this is just a fun thing. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I think it gives them a lot of character when they're slightly askew. And last one. And voila! Now I'm going to let these dry for probably about an hour. The glue honestly would probably be dry in about 20 minutes, but I want to make sure they're absolutely dry before I hang them up vertically. Now you can see I've done a whole bunch to add to our collection this year. I also had a few, one in my throat. I also had a few I had to fix, sort of a reindeer clip hospital, if you will. I'm going to let them dry, and then I'll take you downstairs and show you how I clip up our cards using these. So I have these garlands that I got at Michael's a long time ago, and they have these little end pieces that are, you know, little hooks. And I have a little baggie full of my little reindeer clips, and I just hang this on the doorknob of the door, like so. On the door, 5 years ago, I put the 3M adhesive hooks that, you know, they come off if you want them to. It's the back of the door, so it doesn't really matter. Plus it's white, so it kind of camouflages it. And this is what I hook the garlands into. So they go over the front of the door. So I have 2 garlands. We'll put those up like so. see they're just hanging over the door now. I want them to be tight so that they can support the clips holding the cards. So now, close the door again. You can see they kind of drag under the door. I have placed other 3M hooks, and I had measured this out, you know, the first year that I did it, and like I said, I just leave them up all year round. So I want to, there we go. And they're secure that way. Just straighten it out, make sure it's all straight. Now nobody sees the back of the door because we leave this door open all of the time. We just make sure that's nice and taut. Now it's a nice decoration looking in itself with just the garlands on the door and the little baggie. So now I'm going to go get some cards and clip them on.
I just figured out this is what you put the cards on.
So whenever we get a new holiday card in the mail, I just reach into the little Santa bag, grab a clip. Now I'm going to start at the top so I can fill in the whole door's worth. And voila! So let's do one on the other side. And then I just kind of arrange them so they, I can layer in as many as possible, but you can still see each card, like so. Now using the decorative garland isn't necessary since eventually we'll have enough cards to fill the whole area, but I just bought it originally, so that's why I continue to use it. And also, some of it peeks out at the bottom, and it's just nice when it's decorative. And there you go. So this will continue on until the door is full, and then I'll do our hall closet doorway as well, fill that up. Well, that was it. Super easy, as you can see, and effective and cute as a button. I've been doing this since we've lived in this house, and I get compliments on it every year when people come to visit. So I thought I would share it with you. A little holiday craft and card display tutorial. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. If you do end up making these or something similar, please tweet me pictures. I'd love to see how your final results turned out. My Twitter is listed below as always. And happy holidays. Thanks for watching, you guys. Take care. Bye.